things that happen out in the universe are connected to us. They have a meaning, because it's very easy to be focused on the Earth, to keep your eyes down at the ground. And what I think is interesting about particularly this installation, but also all of them, the solstice installation as well, is that you're encouraging people to look up and out.
Yes. The interesting about the people in Canada is also the small particles, tiny particles. It's not only talking about the universe, but it's describing so much tiny particles. The idea that the human, we tend to think ourselves as center, but it's in fact when you look at in a broader scale or even just smaller scale, we realize that we are part of the whole. We were talking about multi-universe just a few minutes ago, but I think is that I really admire the guts of scientists to trying to draw them to really discover the existence and meanings and so on. But it's in reality that I feel that in our mind it has kind of limitation to observe the ideas or observe the complete picture of what the existence is. And somehow I feel that scientists also trying themselves, but it's also artists is trying to discover things and understanding like invisible things, which are not able to perhaps describe in classic, but it's something that we probably feel or we know, but not by our mind, but by our body. There's something that you kind of know, in that existence, and so this is something I feel common with science.
Yeah, I mean the great Carl Sagan used to say that we are essentially the cosmos observing itself. He used to say that there's a great piece at the end of Cosmos, the great television series, where there are images of and images of the great civilizations of the great achievements of humanity in these few tens of thousands of years that we've been around. And at the end of it, he says, these are the things that hydrogen atoms do given 13.7 billion years, which is actually a lovely way of thinking about it. And he goes on to say, I can't remember the precise words, but right at the end of Cosmos, there's a question, the last episode actually is called Who Speaks for Earth? And it was written during the Cold War, so there's this fear that we destroy ourselves as a civilization. So the question was, who speaks for us? Who's our voice? And in the end, he says that we speak for Earth, and we speak for the cosmos, old and vast, from which we sprung. In other words, we have a responsibility to the cosmos, because it spent a long time, as you said, in supernova explosions, it spent a long time. It took billions of years to make oxygen and carbon and stars. It took a long time to distribute them. It took a long time. 5 billion years ago, the cloud of gas and dust collapsed into the solar system. 3.8 billion years ago, life arose on this planet, and only 5 billion years ago, complex life evolved. It took a lot of effort on these tools. What I like about what you said is that it's the idea that just understanding that, and you can approach it from many different ways. As you said, you can feel connected to the universe. Modern science tells us that indeed we are connected to the universe in a very deep way. We're made of it. We are a phenomenon within it, and we are the universe observing itself. That sounds almost mystical. Not actually, it's a statement of fact. We are structures in the universe observing the universe.
But a lot of what Mariko talked about was bringing her questions and her instincts and her beliefs about the constructed world. And all of those things, quite often you think scientists are all about, well, you said you hated the term the search for truth.
I don't like the word truth. Do you like the word truth?
I don't think there's no truth. The truth is we don't know. I mean, there's no truth.
I agree with that. I mean, it's the road it seems to me that actually it's a tremendously destructive word because it blocks your path, doesn't it? If you've got this thing there, and I've got there now, and there's the truth, then everything actually that undoubtedly lies beyond that truth, that is undoubtedly wrong, is blocked off. So I really don't like the word at all.
I think very interestingly in our earlier conversation, we have called the search for truth is very, very sad. So I thought it would be good to bring that up. So do you think that this way of visualizing science and thinking about science as visual medium really does bring something new to the table?
Well, yeah, as I said, I mean, it's got a long history, actually. Certainly thinking geometrically, it's got a long history. But actually, it does. The thing about science is that it's, I've said it many times, it's too important not to be part of culture, and it's too important not to be part of popular culture. And actually, we again discussed earlier, we had a great conversation, it should have been there. We were talking about a book that I like a lot called Godel, Escher and Bach, by a man called Douglas Hofstadter, where essentially we use Prof. This is Faraday's lecture theatre, that's what Faraday used to do. So imagine nature as a kind of a thing that's there, it's really there. I mean, and that absolutely, I don't care what philosophers say, it is there. And what we're doing is we're observing it. And you observe it by shining the light on it, as you can see there. And the light casts different shadows. And the point of Godel, Escher and Bach, which is about the mathematician Godel, the artist Escher, and the musician Bach, is that they're shining different lights on the central point, which is the ability of nature and actually where all there is. And here's the shadow cast by science, and the shadow cast by art. And different people look at it in different ways. But if you're really paying attention, then you're observing the natural world, and that's what you're doing. You're observing it and representing it. And I